This is Andrew with the Chosen Prime with a quick video preview of FT-14 Forager, otherwise known as Fans Toys' take on Masterpiece Kickback. This is a production sample or test shot that we received at Chosen Prime, but essentially it's mostly final. Like the other Insecticons from Fans Toys, it is solidly built with a lot of weight and nice stiff joints. It feels like there's die cast here in the torso as well as the feet. The paint is quite nice and overall posability, and we'll go into some details here in just a moment. The accessories that Forager comes with, he does come with a chromed pistol that fits into his hand like it does for other masterpieces, where it's just got the little, slotted peg that fits in like this. And then the other accessory he comes with is a clear version of his chest if you want to homage the toy. And it does have the same paint details as the opaque chest if you wanted to have a toy accurate version of Forager. So we'll go ahead and look at some details. As you can see, he's built to homage the classic Insecticon Kickback. As far as his head, he does have a posable head with his head faceplate here. Part of the transformation, he does have this bug faceplate hidden behind his head, so we want to tilt it. You actually have to move it the entire face in order to tilt it up. These antennae are this really soft plastic. It's almost rubber, and you can pivot them if you just hold them here at the base. The chrome wings here can pivot forward and back, and then they have a hinge here at this side that lets them come in and out, kind of depending on how you want to pose it. His arms have a nice range of posability, double jointed elbow, standard one set of fingers that open up, rotating hand. He's got double jointed knees. They're very stiff. As far as his ankle tilt, it's this part of his foot that can tilt, but then he's also, part of what he has is you can actually rotate the entire foot down here if you wanted to kind of have him sitting forward like that. That's available to you. As far as the chest does open, and there's no, it's just a solid piece here. It's nothing from transformation that's hidden there. And you can do the same thing with the clear chest. And you can see that compared to the other Fans Toys Insecticons, Forager's backpack here is much cleaner than the others. But overall, they've done a pretty good job here of making a great looking Masterpiece Kickback. To switch out for his clear chest, all you would need to do is just a screw like pin. This is right here, so you take your screwdriver, unscrew it a little bit so you can pull out the pin. Then you would just pull out the opaque chest and put the clear one in. And so there you can kind of see that's what he looks like with the clear chest. It is kind of striking, and that little bit of detail that's back there behind the chest does show up quite well. So if you want the toy version, that's available to you. So because this is a production sample of Forager, I don't have any official instructions of how to transform him. His transformation is fairly simple to figure out, but there are a couple parts here, especially like this first part here to get his bug head node out, that I don't quite know if there's a trick to it. The issue is that when you lift the helmet up here, you can see the face stays, and that you flip the face here, that there's a metal mask hiding up in his helmet. And I don't quite know how easily to get that out. There's no port or opening on the back of the head to be able to lift it out, so I've had to use a little tool here to kind of be able to pry it out, and so that it flips out fully. And here you can see that it needs to be able to come out like that. Once you've got the faceplate moved up here, you go ahead and take the entire helmet and cover his robot face. Then we're going ahead and rotate it around, because then now this will be the back of the bug. We come down to the legs, and you go ahead and unfurl the purple bug legs, do that part, and then rotate out the foot. And then what you want to do is grab and kind of loosen with the bug leg. You want to loosen this outer leg here, and it'll kind of hinge up and peg into place like that. Higher up on the robot, locking his knee into place. And may take the foot and fold it down, like so. Go ahead and do the other side. So again, fold out the bug leg, fold out the toe. Gonna grab this so you can unpeg it, slide the entire outer leg up, bend the bug leg, fold this toe in, and essentially there you can kind of see there is the back bug legs. They do have a hinge here if you want, but by design they're meant to be kind of straight here with just the toe that can angle. So then we come to the back, and this center part here through the bug legs here unpegs, and it's kind of tight the first time, and so you can see it pegs into his back, folds down. There's a peg here that pegs into his backside. Then we take his gun, and you can see that the handle here fits into this channel, and then there's a peg here on the back of the gun, and it'll help hold this kind of overall thorax part in place, like that. So now what we do, which is kind of ingenious, is that these wings, if we open this up, you can see there's a cut in the hinge here, in the chrome part here on these wings. And what you want to do is you want to kind of rotate it in place, enough place so you can get a hold of it and open up like so. And then you want to rotate it forward so you leave an opening for the arms to kind of pull out. You want to do that on both sides. So again, let's get the arm out of the way, rotate this forward, get a hold of the chrome part, open it up as such, do this, and then both arms, they slide out on a hinging mechanism, and it's a bit tight, so you kind of want to unfurl some of the bug legs and you can kind of start pulling. And you may have to adjust the chrome wings in order to get clearance. But you can see here that this sliding channel that this arm mechanism folds out on. So then go ahead and take this, fold it out. Here we're going to need to eventually rotate in the arm, so we can do that now. There's a pivot hinge here, so you can go ahead and kind of get the arm out of the way for now and just pivot and rotate it around so that the robot mode arm is inside. So again, we come around the other side, and it probably helps to go ahead and get these legs kind of pulled out of the way partially first, and then use them to go ahead and pull out the arm. And it'll pull out straight, and then again you can see this channel here that the arm mechanism slides out on. Then you can open it further back. Again, there's this pivot hinge here, you can see where the screw is, that you rotate the entire arm around. So once you've gotten this far where the robot mode arms are on the inside and the bug mode legs on the outside, you want to take each of the robot arms and curl them, and you want to make sure so that they can curl kind of back onto themselves with the purple on the bottom. And essentially what we're going to want to do is we want to kind of make it so that they squeeze back into the body here with this way, but you're going to have a pivot, another pivot this way, so you kind of, as you're pivoting this entire assembly, you kind of want to go ahead and make sure that the arms keep facing forward like so. So that it's set like this, and then you would just go ahead and push the entire assembly into his belly. So then that's how that one side fits in. So again, with this side, you want to make sure that when you rotate this forward, you want to make that the robot arm is lower, so that it is a tight fit, and gonna get it on cameras here. It's a little difficult, but essentially you want it set up like that, and then just push again this channel in there, and then both arms will fit securely in his torso like that with the bug mode legs on the outside. So now we can go ahead and close up these chrome circles. So go ahead and rotate it backwards to be able to then go ahead and collapse it on itself, like so. Move it back. So come around to the other side, and again move it forward just enough so you have clearance to kind of peg it back onto itself and close the loop, which will then let you go ahead and rotate it back. These bug mode blades fit this way, and you will need to rotate out them so that they have the curvature of their toes kind of pointing as such. And they have, you can see they have multiple joints, and they both can individually rotate. So there's how that arm on that side is set up. And come around the other side. Again, rotate one of them so that the toe is pointing down. Do it for the other one. You can, if you want to, you can take, and using just a little bit of pressure on the rubber, you have these rubber antennae, you can move them up accordingly. Just kind of grab this base and just kind of twist. And there is Forager essentially in his giant grasshopper mode. Some bug mode detail here. Again, the legs are on, have multiple joints in them, and they can rotate in and out. The wings can move forward and back, and they do have that pivot hinge if you do want to move them forward or out. The head does still have a little bit of head tilt and rotation, so you can get some motion out of the bug mode head if you want to. The legs here in the back, they can rotate in and out. They're very stiff, same thing with the toe. And then you can see that the gun kind of makes this nice thorax here in the back for him. And so, much like Grenadier, his joints are stiff enough to hold him up. Each one of his little bug legs can lift them up in different manners and kind of however you choose. And just overall, I think it's a really nice looking Masterpiece Insecticon here. Now that we have Forager here, you can see here's all three of the Masterpiece Insecticons from Fans Toys. This is Grenadier or Bombshell, Mercenary or Shrapnel, and again, Forager or Kickback. These are the toy versions, or excuse me, the cartoon versions of their Insecticons, and you can see that they look really great as a team. They're all built really, really well. They all have the same kind of nice heavy build and tight features and just nice bits of emotion with them. I will say that Forager is a return to form. Compared to Mercenary, he's more like Grenadier as far as the transformation, kind of how it's been more fun to transform. But as you can see, Fans Toys has really got a great trio of Insecticons here. Bug mode comparisons here for the Fans Toys Insecticons. Again, here you can see Forager is yet another excellent addition to the Insecticon lineup from Fans Toys. He's got the same kind of nice segmented legs, very stiff joints so he can stand on his all of those legs, depending on however you want to pose them. And it's in general, from their paint, design, overall look, I think Forager and the rest of these guys look great in their bug modes. Robot mode comparisons with some other official Transformers Masterpiece. Here you see that he's just slightly smaller than Wheeljack, but bigger than Bumblebee. So I think that Fans Toys Insecticons here are a nice scale with Masterpiece collections. I think the characters need to be just a bit smaller than what their Autobot cars are, but then of course bigger than the Minibots. So I think Fans Toys has kind of hit it quite well with robot mode size here with for Forager. Bug mode comparisons. Here you see that he is larger than a standard Autobot car, but then considering how in the cartoon his size is all kind of all over the place. And again, we were more interested in matching for the robot scale than we are the alternate mode scale. How does Forager stack up with an official Decepticon collection? Here you can see that he's this nice smaller scale compared to most of the other Decepticons. And once you bring the other Fans Toys Insecticons to the party, you can see that Fans Toys has done a really great set of Insecticons for your Masterpiece Decepticon collection. Some final thoughts on Forager here and the other Masterpiece bugs from Fans Toys. Fans Toys has done an excellent job of making Masterpiece Insecticons from their weight, their paint, their overall details, their accessories, kind of whether you want toy accurate, whether you want cartoon accurate, you have a lot of options available to you. Forager is definitely a return to form like Grenadier. If you've liked what Grenadier turned out, you're going to like how Forager is. Just same kind of nice transformation, posability, and overall kind of personality to them. Forager here is currently up for the Chosen Prime. We hope to get more of the other two bugs to be able to add to your collection. So take care.